Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building a container home, like a stacked kind of container home. I really enjoyed building this. I made it like more muted on the outside than last time because I did this once before. I think more closer to when the pack came out, but I also don't know that because I don't get packs like directly when they come out. So it may have been like 6 months, but just like close to when I got the pack. I know I did one of these because I had seen other people build like container homes and like stacked container homes on like YouTube and stuff, and I really like that kind of stuff, and I wanted to try it for myself, and I ended up really enjoying building that, so I decided that I wanted to build another one, and I had a lot of fun with this one. So the outside, I think it's gray, orange, and green, but they're more muted like colors. They're not like bright green. It kind of looks like a carrot. That's why I remember the colors, because the green is on top of the orange. You can see that now. When I was taking screenshots, I was like, that kind of looks like a carrot. It doesn't actually. That's just anything orange and green. I just feel like that's like, everyone around me is like, it's a carrot. But like, it also could be like a pumpkin, or like literally any orange fruit. Because like most like fruits and vegetables have green or like green tops on them. Like a lot of them do. If they have any sort of top, they're green. But like apparently it's a carrot. So I have no idea. I just kind of went on a rant about carrots right there. But I had a lot of fun with this one. I made it like a little less like very like stereotypically eco lifestyle stuff. Like I think I put like a rain collector, and I think I put like a windmill or something. I think like in the back, or like on a roof. I think in the back. Everything's in the back, and I just don't know the placement of it specifically, but I didn't go like full on like warehouse kind of like I did last time, because I was looking at the last one. I was like, it's very centered. It looks like it doesn't look like very home like, and it's just like kind of like a warehouse, like as I said before. So I was just like, we're gonna make this more like a home, but the inside is very colorful. I think I remember it being very colorful, at least like the first room where the dining area and the kitchen is. That's very colorful. Like the walls are like green and blue, and like the chairs are orange. So it's definitely fancy. I think some of the other places are more muted. Like I think I went with like a darker blue in like the living room and the master bedroom. And then I went full on colorful again with the kids' bedroom. And the kids' bedroom is huge. I think it's like almost like the same size, if not bigger, than the master bedroom. And I was gonna put multiple beds, and then my entire like train of thought just kind of went, a different direction, and there's only a singular bed in there, and it's just huge, and it's like pink and purple and like blues like everywhere. Like it is like not like, I would hate that kind of bedroom. I do not like colors like, or bright colors to, like sleep in. I feel like that's like a normal thing. You don't want like bright colors in your bedroom, but my eyes are just like no, and they just start dying if it's that bright and colorful. Also, like pinks and purples have always like kind of like bothered my eyes. Like orange is kind of hurtful. I don't know, harmful. I don't know how to describe this. This is the weirdest. I describe the weirdest parts. I'm like, we don't need to describe this, but we really need to describe this. It just kind of happens, but it's just weird. Colors are weird. My eyes are weird. So we just have a lot of issues. But in The Sims, it's better. But in real life, we have issues with that. So it's good that it doesn't transfer, because I make some colorfully weird stuff in The Sims. But on to today's topic. Today I took my first two finals. I took my English, well, technically I just sat in there for an hour and a half, but we'll get to that. And then I took my AP Hug Civics final, because we did like Civics at the end, because we're taking our AP exam next week. So she didn't want us to take two of those tests, which is good. But I still really didn't need to learn about the amendment again, because this is like, what, the fourth time? Like, I don't really care. Like, sure, it's important, but I don't care that much. Like, I'm not going to remember it after today, probably. But, like, all of that information is gone now, which is fun. But in English, as I said, we spent an hour and a half, which we were supposed to be, like, finishing our projects, but most people had finished theirs already, because he was like, by the end of the period, you need to have it done. But, that's fairly normal, because, it's your final, so you just gotta get done with it so he can start grading it. But most people had finished it already. I think there were maybe like 2-3 people who still were working on it. But most of the class, well, not most of the class, a couple of students in the class, and the rest of the class was listening to these like 6 or 7 students have a full-on, I think, hour-long discussion about anime. It was really fun. However, I have no clue anything about anime. I haven't even seen a TV show in like 6 years, so I have no idea. Like, no, like, shows and movies, I have no idea. Like, if you're gonna talk about, like, I am not the person to talk about with like that stuff. But I definitely did listen to it because I was very bored. So I was just like, oh, yes, very good discussion. But, like, they were sitting right behind me, like, literally, like, 3 feet behind me, because they were sitting in the corner, and I was kind of, like, in the middle front on the side that they were on, so I definitely had, you know, I wasn't very much given the option to not listen to them, because they were just right next to me, and my brain is not going to not listen to them. It's kind of, like, not an option. You're gonna listen to them is kind of, like, what I was, you know, given the option of. And it wasn't terrible, it wasn't boring, but, like, some of the things they were saying, I was just like, well, what are you talking about? Which I'm not gonna understand, but, like, that's fine. You're not gonna understand everything that happens in a very weird English discussion, you know? But the teacher is a very chill, relaxed kind of teacher. Love English teachers. But he was just, like, over there confused. I definitely think, I think he said that he had watched some of them, like, some of the animes, so he definitely was, like, relatable in, like, that sense to the people who were discussing it, but he just, like, kept laughing in the front of the room, and was trying to keep his cool, but these people were talking about some, like, really weird, like, half the time it was school appropriate, half the time it was not school appropriate, but I have literally no idea. It was just random everything. And that, you know, that was fun. And then that was basically the entirety of my English class. And then in AP Hug, we took our test. It was just, yeah, over the amendments and stuff like that. Really, really not that interesting. It only took like 10 minutes though, and the period is an hour and a half long for finals, so we definitely had some time. So then I wrote my oral comm fake eulogy that I had to write. I think I talked about that in the last voiceover video, I believe. If not, oops. But I wrote that. That didn't take very long because it's like 200 words. It's fine. And then I basically just sat there and I read close to 200 pages of the book that I'm reading. I'm reading Cemetery Boys because my friend had given it to me because I was bored. And yeah, it's a good book. And so, yeah, I read 200 pages of it. And, oh, and then we watched, like, 30 minutes of a documentary. We got some stuff done, apparently. Like, we did a lot of different stuff in that class. But it was pretty fun. And it only took 3 hours, I think, with an hour and a half. Yeah, that's kind of how that works. But it was not that long, and then I came home and ate. So that's about how my day's gone. It's pretty good, and I may study later, but we'll see. I don't know. But we're getting to the end of the video, so it's almost screenshots time. I guess subscribe if you like today's discussion. But I post a video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye!